Manhood Hour. What is a man? What is a man?
It's an adult human male.
Manhood. Hillary or President Trump?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Beta. Beta male. A man is a male who turns to man. Alpha male. Live right, be right, and lead the way.
I do rely on my mom.
Welcome back to American Super Squad, episode 8. We have another guest episode today.
Ocho.
Episode Ocho. We have a guest, Zosia Ishida is on.
Yes, I am. I'm so on. I'm so ready to do this.
And for the one person who said we had a misogynist podcast, this is proof that we
Think
don't.
again.
Think again.
We love women. We love so many women.
Collectively, at least one.
I love so many women. It'll make your head spin, honestly.
Yes, sir. Anyways, we got an action-packed episode. Today's target is Andrew Tate. But before we get into that, we have Dudes Rock News. We have a soundboard. We're just too lazy to use it. Instead, we'll just use this sound. That'll get us in. Zosha's holding in a laugh.
Yeah.
So I think that works pretty well.
Yeah, women aren't allowed to laugh on this podcast.
Yeah, it's haram.
So, yeah.
Andrew Tate taught us to not
You
let
laugh
women
when you're told to laugh.
audibly be allowed to laugh.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mashallah, I will be forgiven.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Yeah. Inshallah, Allah will forgive you. But
Yeah.
in this week's news, LA has its first diamond heist in over 10 years.
What? GTA 5?
Yeah, GTA 5 is alive and well in LA now. They stole $10 million worth of diamonds from an armored truck outside of Southern California. I think it was outside of San Diego.
Nice.
That's appropriate, I think, for San Diego.
Yeah, it was a freeway robbery. They managed to steal $10 million worth of diamonds, and then immediately afterwards, the main problem was not that the diamonds were stolen, but that the owners of the diamonds then got into a conflict with the armored truck company.
Wait, Matt, these
over
are
how much of the diamonds were stolen.
You're saying
and what
these
they
are
were worth.
conflict diamonds, Matt.
There is a conflict surrounding these diamonds.
That's
so
interesting.
Right
by
below,
definition,
like, blood diamonds.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if some of them were actual blood diamonds.
I mean, they had to
Honestly,
be.
I'd be
That's
more
the whole-
surprised if there weren't any.
Yeah,
Right.
who makes non-blood diamonds?
Losers,
Yeah.
pussies,
If your diamonds are lab grown, go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
Oh,
little pussy ass diamonds. I want the real shit.
all my diamonds pissy.
If at
Straight
least
up.
10 Ugandan children did not die for my diamond, then
Yeah, what the fuck?
what is it even worth, really?
I want child soldiers to be involved in the production of my
Yeah.
diamonds. Like,
Yeah,
that's all I really want.
Unironic endorsement. This is a pro-child soldier podcast, so all the liberation fronts, all the different factions that use child soldiers, we're on your side.
It's the 10-year anniversary of Coney 2012, so I think it's only time it comes back.
It's only fitting.
Yeah.
I mean, child's rights to fight for different factions and die. I think that I think they
Yes.
deserve that right just as much as, an adult, right?
Well, if we're not going to abort them, then they got to grow up somehow.
I feel that history vindicated me in supporting Coney. After that dude got caught,
My gangster is
San Diego.
solidified for supporting Coney.
My rep was solidified. But yeah, there was an actual God's honest heist in LA this week.
Yeah, they stole millions of dollars worth of shark cards, folks.
Yeah, so many V-Bucks for
So
all
many
you kids
V-Bucks,
out
yeah.
there.
The fucking robbers were doing a little Fortnite dance.
Yeah, they were doing a little orange justice.
hold this
after they-
L.
Pole
yeah.
dancing, yeah.
Yeah. In other news, Biden has COVID. Honestly, kind of surprised that he didn't get it earlier.
Yeah.
He's old, and apparently his symptoms are pretty mild. They're more mild than mine were. I just had COVID last week, and it kind of fucked me up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I still hold to this day that Ramon gave it to me with a poison vape that he got at a gas station, but that's not
Or else
here nor there.
okay, aside from the reservation, that's where you get them.
True. I mean, you do either get them from a Middle Eastern run gas station or
Nice. Yeah.
a reservation.
I don't know. The guys are always really nice. They let you test it out in the store. I like it. I like the vibe.
I don't-
What?
Maybe that's how he
Wait,
got
what?
COVID.
Yeah.
How
Wait,
you not
I've never
recall-
been to a Middle Eastern gas station where the guy's like, try it. And I'm
Well,
like,
they have
okay.
like a hookah in the back. You could try all the flavors.
No,
or
like
what?
you'll buy it and then they say, okay, well, try it. And if you don't like it, you can just give it back. And I'm like, all right.
What?
Will do.
That is not an experience that I've ever
Me
had.
either.
Pretty
fuck?
privilege.
Yeah.
Pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Or like mediocre good looks.
Mid-privilege.
Mid-privilege. Let's go. Let's go.
In other disease-related news, the first U.S. case of polio was found in nearly a decade.
Let's go throwback, baby.
Throwback, baby. Hollow bones, baby.
Apparently, it was like a 20-year-old guy who'd never been vaccinated. He like went to Eastern Europe, and he came back with polio. And it's like, dude, no souvenirs, just that.
I
Jesus
mean, that's a
Christ.
souvenir. That's
Yeah.
Lifetime of souvenirs.
It's a rarer souvenir than some fucking, Russian nesting doll or whatever the fuck you would get in Eastern
Yes,
Europe.
yeah.
You get a free wheelchair with it.
I'm trying to be iron lunged up, baby.
A trafficked Ukrainian bride, maybe. Speaking of,
Speaking of which,
our main target for today is Andrew Tate, well-known Sigma grind set influencer, constantly on everyone's feed nowadays,
he's on the up
talking
and up,
about
folks.
talking about how women don't deserve rights, and if you're depressed, you should just go to the
Yeah,
gym.
I don't really know. Like his whole thing is like saying stuff that like obviously he believes, but honestly doesn't have that much stock in. Like he doesn't really give a shit if women are bad drivers or not. He just says it. He's like,
Yeah,
well,
which
people,
like honestly we do that too.
yeah, this is
but,
what the
like,
people
we're
want to
cooler
hear, I
about it.
guess. So I'm just gonna keep saying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the all in the vein of just promoting his his HBCU Hustler University.
Oh yeah.
HBC.
Every one of
Technically-
those guys has their own like course that's like $3,000. Pay me
Yeah.
$3,000 and I'll teach you how to get your Sigma grind set up, sort of thing.
Eat your chicken and rice, bro. She doesn't love you. Eat
Chicken
your chicken
and
and
rice.
rice.
Well, technically speaking, isn't Hustler University an HBCU? Because Andrew Tate claims to be half black.
Is that what HBCU stands
It's
for?
historic.
Half black.
It's historically black. I mean, until he had any.
He's part of an HHBCU, a historically half black.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Get a full ride logic scholarship to HU.
The Marshall Mathers Scholarship.
Yeah.
Speaking of logic, he's going to have to change the title of his song because they just changed the suicide hotline.
Oh, he's fucked, bro. He's gonna
Oh
have
my
people
God.
actually call that and they like no answer and then they fucking kill themselves.
You know, it'd be a
Right.
really good prank if you just bought that, what used to be the suicide hotline, and you just changed it to like, I don't know, a song about killing yourself. I think that'd be a really
Jesus.
funny prank.
Maybe just sell it to some Indian scammers.
Oh yeah.
No, baby.
Please do not kill yourself, baby girl.
What is your SSI?
What is your social security number, and can you also send picture of pussy?
Please send Bob and Vagine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's in the works. Currently working on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be an ass production.
Yeah.
Because we're just gonna sell the previous suicide hotline phone number to India, the Indian government. We're gonna email India.gov and be like, "Do you want this, baby girl?"
Do what you will.
And this is why you need to donate to the Patreon. So we
Yes.
can make things like this
For
happen.
projects
Right.
like this. Other podcasts will talk about how they're gonna help, children in Uganda or like send money to Ukraine. You don't want
Boo.
any of that.
No.
You're spending your money on oxys and on weed.
Also, if you donate to the Patreon, not only will that help us fund selling that hotline to India, but we'll also give you the real hotline number.
The
We're
real
putting it
suicide
behind-
hotline.
The new suicide hotline number is behind a paywall now, folks. It's the free market.
In Obama's America, or in Biden's America.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
It's
Skip
forgot what
two
year
presidents.
It's just the invisible hand at work, guys. I mean, come on. It's the free market at play.
it was. Yes, sir.
A
I think
libertarian's wet dream.
Andrew Tate would be a fan of what
He
we're
would.
doing here. And in other Andrew Tate news, I feel like the main topic that really there's nothing else to talk about other than his sex trafficking. Like how he just got away with sex trafficking in Romania. Like he's
Yeah.
just straight up a gangster. Like he works with
He's
the
a
Romanian
sex
mob.
criminal gangster. It's not even respectable. You're not. I mean, it was like you go back to like The Godfather, and they're like, "Oh no, we don't sell drugs. That's so disrespectful. We stick to the old way of making money. You know, we beat up immigrant shopkeepers to earn our money. Okay, none of this disrespectful.
respectable profession.
Yeah, none of this fucking nasty drug shit that gets people strung out. We're respectable businessmen. And it's like now it's sex trafficking, which is like the next rung. So it's like now drug dealing is okay. That's respectable. So now it's like, well, what if we push the envelope a little bit, guys? What if we involve, humans and selling them?
Yeah, what if we just traffic like 14-year-old Ukrainians and that be our business,
I feel like sex trafficking is the most like down horrendous crime because it's like, damn, you need pussy that bad. You know what I mean? It's very sad to me, and it's not very Sigma male grind side. It's going against everything that like Andrew Tate is trying to stand for.
Yeah,
love
what,
it.
What
I
happened
love
to the
it.
old pimp game when you just had to keep your pimp hand strong?
Hey,
and
keep
that
your
was all you
host in
needed?
check. It's not that hard, Andrew.
I mean,
Yeah.
you get a big hat.
Yeah.
That's his first step.
Yeah, the real pimps, they didn't have to shackle their women to radiators. They're just like out on the street walking with their cane. Like, you speak when you're spoken to, bitch. It's like, now
You don't
it's
need
like,
to chain
yeah,
a bitch's hand. You
exactly,
just need to chain her mind.
Exactly. Can't even do that right. I mean, come on. It's pretty beta, honestly. But yeah, he was accused of that. Apparently he was acquitted of it, but
Which doesn't really say much.
yeah, it doesn't say much at all considering it was in Romania. He literally bragged about moving there because of their lax sexual assault laws, which I don't know. Again, not very alpha to brag about that either.
Yeah, if
don't-
you were a real
yeah.
alpha, you would just fight off the cops.
Yeah.
No, exactly. You fight the charges. You don't move away.
Right.
You don't run. You're running.
Yeah, if you're such a master kickboxer, you should just be able to kickbox your way out of prison
Exactly.
instead of, bribing a corrupt Romanian official like 2,000 rubles.
Yeah.
A goat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he talked about too, like how corrupt their government is, and how he's like on the inside with a bunch of people and just pays them off to get away. So it's like, he's like, well, how am I a sex trafficker if I didn't get accused or arrested of anything? And it's like, well, because your buddy fucking Slavator, whatever his name is, fucking
Grigor.
yeah, you bought him a new fucking Volkswagen Jetta, and it's just like, well, I guess you didn't kidnap these girls and sex traffic them. I mean, who am I to say?
Yeah, you cured one guy's hunchback, and now he thinks you're a wizard,
Yeah.
and now he lets you do whatever you want.
Just Rasputin things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just raspy things. What
Honestly, the only thing funnier than his sex trafficking is just his accent and the way that he speaks.
His
He just sounds like
accent
such a fucking moron.
else? So fucking broken. Yeah.
Like,
Every like 5 words is British, and it's like, wait, what?
yeah,
What's happening?
we were talking about this last episode, but like the way he speaks is just so interesting because it'll just pop out at you. Like, if I beat a woman in a lift, like every 10th word will just be British for no reason, and then it'll just speak like an American dude.
Never let them know your next move. Never let them know your next accent.
Sigma grindstone,
True.
really.
Yeah. I guess I just kind of Sigma. Well, and then the other layer to Andrew is his academic credentials, I guess you could say.
What academic credentials does he have, Ramon?
Well, he's the dean of as we mentioned, a HBCU.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Hustler University.
Yeah. Which has a very vibrant Greek life of only fraternities and no sororities.
Lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
carrots in that stew.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
funny. Zosia has the most experience of Greek life out of the three of us.
Yes, I was in a sorority for 4 years and then ousted. Ousted is a good word for it.
Yeah.
For white collar crimes.
Apparently it is what it is. I was in Greek life for 4 years. It was awesome. It was so much fun. I still have, on my teeth. I think it's achievement.
You didn't catch one sexual assault charge.
No, I didn't. Thank
Damn.
God.
That's really
mashallah.
the championship belt under your.
I'm one
your belt.
of a very elite club.
Honestly, Kesh, our roommate, or my roommate specifically, had one of the best frat experiences because he was just so smart that they just gave him a free ride and
Really?
didn't haze him whatsoever
Oh, wait, how does that work?
because he was smart. So like, the thing is, like, all of them were like kind of dumb. Like they all had like 2.4,
No.
2.5 GPAs.
It's an academic club,
shocker.
Matt. They're there to support each other. What are you talking about?
They were all kind of mid academically, so like they had Kesh come in because he was smart, so he collectively raised their GPA by himself,
You
and
know
they just
what?
like
That's
let him
awesome.
chill.
It's awesome. He's breaking generational barriers, you know?
Hmm.
It's good for him. I like that. We support it.
Yeah,
Even though, from what he told me, his chapter was a shit show.
yeah.
It seemed like a mess.
It's funny that we just found out like your boyfriend and Kesh are in the same fraternity,
Yeah,
but
just,
different chapters.
like 2 states away, different chapters, and like when he was hearing all the things that Kesh was saying, he was his face was just he was shocked.
what?
It was like that.
There we go.
Exactly,
There we go.
exactly, perfect. No,
Yeah.
it was like that. He was shocked. He's never heard of anything bad happening in his life. Like he's a little gumdrop of a man. I love him, but
He's very innocent.
Yeah.
he's never seen anything bad happen in his life. So he was very shocked to hear that Kesh was basically like a, what would you say? Like, I guess
A shield.
like a minority hire, basically.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much the token smart kid.
But hey, get in where you can, right?
Yeah, of course. Get your bag however you can. Like, if you can get into Greek life that way, then do it. But yeah, Ramon and I never experienced that. We were just cool kids. Who,
No, they were too scared
had
we were going to
parties on our
steal all
own.
the women, so
Yeah,
didn't really make sense for us to join.
all of my frat stories involve just like stealing alcohol from frat parties. So I was a little gremlin. I was a little urchin.
A little gremlin.
I would sneak my girlfriend into parties, and then we would pretend like she wasn't my girlfriend, and then get kicked out.
Right, and then she would be like, actually, Matt, I'm going to hang out with these guys tonight.
No, she always left with me.
You're okay with
actually.
that, right? Well, a couple of them said it's okay for you to watch, but some of them are a little uncomfortable with that, so...
Yet again, first moment of the episode.
What a fucking liar, dude.
What a fucking liar. What a Weasley little liar.
I don't know, I'm just trying to remember exactly what you told me. It was something along those lines. So.
No, I've never once been cucked.
Were there peepholes involved? Be honest.
Peepholes?
Were there peepholes involved?
Ramon's seen plenty of glory holes, I'll tell you that.
I mean, have I? I don't know.
Have
I
you?
didn't- Oh, seeing them is
Have
different
I?
than using them.
Ramon's voice cracks when he's lying, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not. I wouldn't be embarrassed if I saw them.
Oh,
Like
he
what-
got up close and personal with him. I'll just tell you that, ladies and gentlemen.
Why? I don't think. What? Like, do I put my eye up to it and I get like hit in the face with like a dick? Like,
You put something up to it.
Whose
no.
dick is small enough for a peephole?
Ramon's.
Oh, we're just talking. Well, Matt's talking about glory holes. Peephole. Well, Matt's. Yeah, actually.
No,
Yeah.
no. Ramon. I said Ramon's first.
You said mine first, but yours the one that fits. So.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Get in where you can fit in. That's what I always say. you know?
Yep. Yes, sir. But back to Andrew Tate. You said you wanted to psychoanalyze him.
Oh yeah,
this
that's right.
episode.
Well, because I saw something, I should have done a little more research on this. Well, like I did research, but
Story of the podcast. I should have done a little more
well,
research.
fuck. I mean, maybe I'd fucking look it up if someone pays me on Patreon to do it. His
Yeah.
brain don't work for free. No, but he on his Hustler website or whatever, where you sign up for his shit, like you put your email in and sign up for his newsletter, and his newsletter is basically like bits and pieces of like some like what do you call it? An anthology of like short stories. Every week you get like a new bit of this anthology, and it's about like this kung fu apprentice and his master or whatever, which is awesome. And
What else are you gonna write about when you have millions of dollars from
Right,
kickboxing
exactly.
and trafficking women?
and like
This
so
is veering into like Steven Seagal territory, and I am here for it. I'm so
it
excited.
is kind of, yeah. Well, so the idea is like every single one of these little kung fu, I don't know, I'm trying to use a smart word for short story, but I forgot.
I mean, you already said an anthology story.
Yeah, anthology, whatever. He like the idea is it's supposed to give you like it's supposed to be a teaching moment for like different sigma and alpha like mindsets or whatever. So it's like work smarter, not harder, like respect your master or whatever. Like I don't know, just shit like that. And then but basically like where it gets really interesting is that the kung fu master's name is like Master Po or some shit like that. And you don't really think a lot of it. He's just using like random what he thinks are like kung fu names that he heard from like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, literally.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. And so you're like, okay, whatever. You just named him some generic name. But then someone dug up some like old Facebook post of his where he was talking about like his dad dying, and like he like his send off to his dad was like calling him Master Poe. So it's like this, like all these short stories are like outlets for him to like be sad about his dad dying without like breaking his very, very confident, not shaky alpha image.
His
It's
Sigma
really
veneer.
weird. Yeah. So it's like it is really weird. Like he's like right he's exerting as much mental power as he possibly can writing these stories. Like it's the one time a day where he's like actually thinking instead of like going on a podcast like, well, women are bad drivers. That's my take. I don't care what the fucking little internet has to say. They're bad drivers. Like that's what he does on a podcast. And he goes home to his fucking laptop and he starts like crying, writing about like, and then Master Poe told me to never stop believing in myself. And that's the moral for this week, guys. It's really weird. And if I don't think anyone's ever confronted him on it, but I would love to see exactly what goes on because I bet you he'd get like really pissy.
Yeah.
oh, so defensive.
Just call him a little pussy boy.
It's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm brave. I'm brave, actually, for starting Hustler University and writing. I'm actually really brave. So you're a beta for making fun of me for that.
He's kind of a girl boss when you think about it. He made a zine. Oh my god.
He did. It
he
is
made a
zine,
zine about
actually.
his dead dad.
Yeah, because I think he hired someone to do like all the illustrations for it too.
Oh my god, there's drawings.
There's drawings.
Wait,
yeah.
so it's a comic book?
Well, it's like one or two drawings to go along with the story because obviously most people who sign up for Hustler University need at least one picture.
Yeah, they need
To break
pictures
up.
to go along with
Yeah.
the words.
I mean, it's like it's a little treat for making it through 2 sentences. You need a picture.
So the takeaway from this is that Andrew Tate has an indie zine about his dead dad,
Yeah,
which is such a feminist outlook.
it
Yeah,
is.
It's such
Very-
a
It's awesome.
cute little zine, you know?
It's so indie. Oh my god, he's so underground.
Yeah, he should really start a Tumblr page and just post the fucking little stories on there. I think he'd really find a new avenue of success because right now he's only marketing to like 17-year-old boys who are, for lack of a better word, a virgin and
The Jordan Peterson audience.
yeah, the Jordan Peterson, like literally.
Clean your room.
It's the Jordan Peterson audience that listens to him. It's like, wow, he's so smart. I wish I'm never gonna be this smart, so I'm just gonna settle for liking
For
Andrew Tate.
Tate.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to understand Jordan Peterson. Therefore, I'm gonna consume Andrew Tate content and become exactly like him and set up shop in Romania where I traffic Ukrainian girls.
yeah. He's like, I'm only smart enough to know that Jordan Peterson is the smartest man alive, so I'm just gonna settle for trying to make enough to get a Bugatti from Andrew Tate's pyramid scheme.
The poor man's Jordan Peterson.
Something he also
Yeah,
gets hung
actually.
up on is like the color of his Bugatti. Like I know that's a story he tells often is like somebody shit on him for asking the color of his Bugatti, being like, "Oh, you have a blue Bugatti?" And then he's just like, "Well, do you have any Bugatti?" And like that's his like piece of wisdom. It's like
God.
don't let broke bitches shit on your nice things, even
Yeah.
if
It's
they're in poor taste.
it's the same like idea as Little Caesar's pizza is so good when there ain't a bitch in your ear telling you it's nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much exactly that.
Incredible man. A role model for us all.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, and he's really blown up. Like I don't know, it's like what's going on with the algorithm on that one? Like
I
how
have
the
no
fuck?
idea. He must have paid off somebody at Google HQ,
Literally.
like
No,
he did with
seriously.
the Romanian government to look away from his child trafficking ring.
As a former social media manager, I can confirm that's exactly how I got on there. Like, you just pay like $1 million and you get like all these fake followers that actually do interact with your like content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that'll just boost you to hell. Like,
Another incentive to donate to our Patreon.
yeah.
bribe
Give us the
people at
money
Google.
to bribe Google to play our shit. But
Yeah.
give these boys some fake followers, please.
yes, honestly,
Don't give them real followers. Give them fake followers. Give them some bots.
I'll settle for bots.
I'll take
baby.
bots. Yeah, fuck. Bots fucking fucked over Elon, apparently. He's like trying to back out of his deal because he's like, actually, there's more than than 12 bots on Twitter. So this is actually a bad deal. Epic Rick and Morty.
Based.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get all the people who dick ride Elon so hard. Like, do they expect a free Tesla? Like,
Yes.
I don't know.
He's
Absolutely.
fucked too. I was reading into his case too. It's going to be heard by some like business court in Delaware that's designed to hear like these big conglomerate deals and shit like that. And he's fucked. He's actually fucked because all they do all day is like fucking basically fuck over whiny billionaires like him who are like, actually, I didn't mean to try to spend $40 billion on your company. I didn't mean to. And they're like, shut the fuck up.
Run Twitter their bag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as if they don't have enough of a bag.
But like, what's the worst thing that could happen to Elon? Like, he's forced
He has
to buy Twitter.
for $44 billion.
I mean, yeah, that sucks for him, but then he'll still own Twitter.
He'll own
Yeah.
Twitter, but that's like that was like I forgot what percentage premium on the stock price though, but it was like if he was gonna buy Twitter at like based on like the way it works is that like you have a publicly traded company like Twitter and it's like their shares are worth $20 each and there's like for simplicity's sake, say there's like only 10 stocks out there. Well, it's like do 10 times 20, that's fucking what? 2,000. Yeah. Quick maths.
Quick maths.
It's like, so the company, you'd say, I'm going to buy your company for $2,000. And they're like, well, I guess that's the value of our stock price, so we'll take it. But a lot of times you have to add a premium because it's like, well, you have to give us an actual incentive to sell instead of just like basically giving us the bare minimum of what our company's worth.
Right.
So he basically, I think he's paying close to double what he would have if he just offered like the actual stock price for each share of Twitter that's out there. So like even if you can float the 44 billion, it's for a company that's like according to the free market worth half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we all know, the free market is the perfect.
It works so well every time. There's no problems.
I mean, in this case, it is perfect because it's fucking Elon out of like $20 billion. So
80% of the time, it works every time.
Yep. So yeah, he's pretty fucked in that sense. And then he's trying to play it off. He's like, well, they weren't telling me how many bots there were, so now I backed out of the deal, and now it's going to court, and now they're gonna have to disclose how many bots there really are. And it's like, there's not. He literally already signed the deal saying like, we're gonna disclose X amount of information on our bots. He did that. Didn't do his due diligence of trying to like hire private investigators, other people to find out the true number of bots on Twitter. Yeah. So it's too late for him. Like he just
like the average person can tell you that there are bots on Twitter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Every day I log on to Twitter, there's a woman in my DMs asking if she wants me to see my feet. Like, what? What's going on?
Well, that's not a bot. That's just real.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You know, there's a bot problem when Matt opens his DMs and there's a real woman in his DMs because that would never happen. But yeah,
it's all just men asking to see pictures of my feet. Yeah. I hate it.
Let me see them grabbers. Like,
let me see them hobbit ass feet.
Twitter's an awesome place.
I love twitter.com, honestly.
I stopped using it a few months ago just because I was tired of my friends sending me memes on Twitter and not on Instagram. And I just told them, I was like, I'm done.
Consolidate.
Yeah, no, I need to consolidate where I'm getting my funnies.
Dude, you should get all your memes from r/funny on Reddit.
I get all my memes from r/that happened. I get all my memes from r/sounding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
r/sociology.
Yeah, that's where I get all my memes
where
from.
Ramon frequents very often.
After that first episode I did look because I am a Reddit user, and I was like, oh.
That's the worst thing you possibly could have ever said on this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Haram.
Haram. I will not be getting my 72 virgins today.
Yeah, no. Or ever.
Not ever. Yeah. I just screwed myself. Ugh.
Anyways, well.
He's browsing r/sociology.
Well, I'm saying we got some dead air time. I'm happy to pull up sociology if you'd want me to.
Oh, yeah. Let's do another sociology.
I don't know if you're familiar with the sissy community.
You just run into Andrew Tate.
You are?
I listened to that first episode, man.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're well versed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Zosia knows everything they need to know about sociology.
Everything I've ever needed to know. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, and then
I'm gonna
right
disassociate
back in.
On air.
It's a fascinating field. Oh, look at this. Wait, this is. Should I go based off of like what's hot or what's new?
New. Always new on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asks. 56 minutes ago, they asked, "Why do I feel degraded when a man comes all over my face?"
I wonder.
It's
I
a
can't,
shocker.
I can't imagine why you would feel that way.
It's good for your skin, right?
It is good for
Yeah.
your skin. It's proven to be good for your skin.
That's what I hear. Yeah, that's what Yeet says too.
Yep.
Matt knows he's tried.
Yeah.
No.
Matt's
Yeah.
definitely tried it.
Yep.
That's why his
Yeah.
skin's so.
Oh, that's a
Fucking
2v1.
liar, dude. What?
The 2v1. I don't know if Hassan can protect you this time.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
got
being-
beautiful skin.
Yeah.
I'll
being
admit
double
it.
penetrated right now.
Yeah. So,
Every man's dream.
so the user said, okay, so when I suck and swallow cum or get fucked or when a man makes me cum, I don't feel degraded. But when it's always the facial that makes me feel degraded in a good way, if someone could answer that, it would be appreciated.
So they're not even concerned about it. They're
I
just
was gonna
like,
say.
this feels good. Like, can someone explain this more to me?
Yeah.
As a psychologist.
As a sociologist.
No, it's just I like how they're not posing it as a problem. I love that.
So it says, what's the best way to find someone who will have sex with you as a sissy? I don't know, grinder?
Yeah.
No,
Gay men.
Ironically,
not
yes.
not grinder.
Grindr?
Grinder guys. As someone who is friends with gay men, it's always like ripped white guys look for other ripped white guys. So
Oh.
you're never gonna find anything on Grinder if you're like feminine at all. Like I guess the saying is no fats, no femmes, no Asians.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're all three of those things, do not go on Grinder. You should probably just deal with Twitter bots instead.
Interesting.
So Twitter is a better place to
Twitter might be better. Yeah.
get fucked.
What else we got here? I really enjoy the fantasy of being fucked by a big dick, but the reality kind of scares me.
Me too.
Yeah.
A tale as old as time.
Yeah, seriously. It's like your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Classic.
It's like buying nachos at the Matador. You think you can handle it, and they come to your table, and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, these babies will fuck you.
I mean, you can take home leftover nachos. Can you take home leftover dick? I don't
think
you
so.
Can. You can't put that in
I
a
don't know.
box.
Not unless you
Yeah.
put a cock ring on
and
it.
heat it
Yeah.
up tomorrow.
Like you
Like,
should put a cock ring on it. Classic Beyonce single.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
How
I'll
do I-
take half of it tomorrow and half of it for breakfast. Is that okay? Can we split this? Is
Yeah.
this okay?
Just cutting a man's cock in half.
Whatever. How do I train my pussy and mind to relax?
Whoa.
Whoa.
CBD.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kratom.
Poppers.
Kratom.
Kratom. Is that how you say
Future
it?
sponsors of the pod, is
Yeah.
CBD gummies and Kratom. That would be the perfect place to do an ad read.
CBD gummies, kratom, and poppers.
Sponsors, if you're listening, Sociology Corner can become the perfect vehicle to promote your CBD products.
Is it really pleasurable playing with boy pussy? I am thinking of playing with my boy pussy, but I have a question.
What does
Is
that
it-
mean?
Is it
Is it
pleasurable?
your boy? Is it your butthole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's your
of
butthole.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it pleasurable? What the fuck?
Well, if you're a sissy, doesn't it kind of have to be?
What does playing with your boy pussy mean? Like using
I don't know,
toys?
man.
or
Why didn't
like-
you answer that question?
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite with your
I'm
boy
asking
pussy.
you, Ramon, the
Well,
resident
I,
sociologist.
and I'm swinging it back to you because I only study. How would I know?
well,
He
you
only
should
knows
know.
theory. He doesn't know it in practice. He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
He
he's
doesn't
like
know
most
praxis.
Marxists.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm asking the actual proletariat here who have been through the playing to know what it's really like. I mean, according to the theory and the studies we have out in the field, I mean, if you are a true sissy, it should be. But obviously, some people are having their doubts.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay. They're valid.
Honestly, I wish Andrew Tate was a closeted sissy.
You don't have to wish that. It's probably true.
It's probably true. I want it to be true.
He
I
is
want it to come out.
overcompensating desperately, so he's got to be, right?
Yeah, there's no way that
It's-
he's not compensating for something.
It's like those far like right Republicans who like they figure out like they've been having like gay sex with like almost teen boys for like decades, and you're like, of
Yeah.
course they were. That's why they hate gay people and they
Yeah.
don't want women to have abortions.
I mean, you saw Andrew's fucking reaction to like that. What was it? Like a gay guy or like they were trans or
I think
something?
that was a trans man.
Okay. He was like, oh no, get it off. Oh, they're trying to brainwash us. Oh no.
I think him yelling, "Oh no, they're trying to brainwash us!" Like I think that is an indicator that he is susceptible to that kind of
Yeah,
brainwashing.
that is how a susceptible sissy would react.
Yeah,
It's
if
always-
you were like a Sigma male, you'd be like, "Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm comfortable with myself," you know.
It's always the guys who think being gay is transmissible who are like,
Yeah. Like, because that
that's
must
what
be
their
how I
belief
got
is.
it.
Yeah, that must be why I want to suck cock.
Yeah. Someone gave this to me. I have to be cured. And whoever did it to me, put them to death.
Yeah.
Unless they have a big cock, then send them my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Sociology is as strong as ever. Let me take a look at the numbers here.
I actually just found my own sociology post. Guys, I don't know what it is, but whenever someone is playing with my boy pussy, I make this sound.
Mr. Allen. Huh. Wonder who that could be.
Interesting.
Wonder who that could be. Sociology Reddit is strong as ever. Up to 65,908 members, up from, I don't know what we read last time, but they're still breaking ground. It's only a matter of time before Alex Jones's fever dream of having half the population be sissies becomes true.
Fever dream.
Yeah.
Definitely not wet dream.
Definitely not wet dream, yeah.
Yeah. Very dry dream.
Thigh-high sock sales are gonna skyrocket.
Oh
We're
my
so
God.
excited. Buy stock now. Buy stock now. Buy.
Why
I don't
is
know
it-
if we've talked about this before on the podcast, but there is definitely a direct correlation between like being trans and like being a CS major.
Yes.
Like
Oh.
there's a reason why they call them programming socks. Like
Oh, absolutely.
It's weird. Yeah, what is the obsession among like femboys and like knee-high socks?
Sexy question mark? Because I've tried them. They're not comfortable.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not comfortable at all. They dig into my legs.
they're aesthetically appealing.
I don't think they're that aesthetically.
Until they dig into your legs and you look like a little sausage.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ugly, but like I don't really get the appeal either. They're kind of just
I
like
mean, if your legs are cold, simply wear long skirts or pants
pants
maybe.
or leggings.
Leggings,
or something.
yeah.
Well, that actually makes a lot of sense because like all the CS majors are like gangly and anemic. So
Oh my
like
God,
they
yeah.
No.
need
They need all the warmth they can get.
yeah. They need insulating sock material.
I can't
To keep
relate,
them
but
warm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel for their plight, you know.
Yeah. If anyone's listening here, I guess spend half your money on our Patreon and the other half on knee-high socks.
Yeah, your programming sock budget can take a hit is
Yeah.
the lesson that we're
Absolutely.
trying to teach today. All right.
It's another day in paradise.
Oh yeah, another day in Margaritaville. I had these two over not only to record the podcast but also to help me install my AC unit
Just
that I
a little
bought
free labor.
for the Ass Studios, the final upgrade to the Ass Studios. But it did not work out as we intended it to.
No, there's a dead child squished by a
Yeah,
AC.
there's a dead child outside my apartment.
We were cosplaying the guy from Home Improvement, and it was like the most unsuccessful cosplay you've ever seen.
Yeah. The AC unit fell out, killed a child, and we all just stood there like, there's a dead child
Yeah.
outside.
Nose goes on who has to tell the parents.
Yeah, not me.
Not me.
I'm just gonna play a laugh track.
Yeah, just play a laugh track. Just
be okay.
bring the soundboard on your shoulder and then just like hit the laugh track button and then you're good.
It's okay for me. I don't live in town. I don't have to see the parents.
Yeah, you can just leave. You can just dip and never come back.
Absolutely. I'll move to Romania.
Yeah, their child squishing laws are very lax.
Yeah. All you
I'll
gotta do
beat the
is
charges. I'll just bribe an official. It's fine.
pay 500 rubles and then you're off scot free.
Exactly. That's
Beautiful.
it's the perfect crime.
Yeah, but what really happened with the AC unit is like I bought a support frame to like hold it to the window, and then it didn't fit the window.
It said universal, and that
It
was a
was
lie.
not universal.
I'd like to call out Safe AC right now.
Yeah, safe
Yeah,
AC
It was
company.
bullshit.
Not a sponsor of the pod, and never will be.
Boo.
What's the opposite of a sponsor?
An enemy of the pod.
Enemy.
Enemy, yeah.
Domestic terrorist of the pod.
Yeah,
We're issuing a fatwa on AC safe.
we are. For all our Middle Eastern listeners.
Yeah. Well,
Do
we
what you will.
we do have listeners in Israel, which is
Yeah,
close
exactly.
enough.
Yeah. Do what you will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that thing didn't work at all. It took us maybe 40 minutes to put it together.
Yeah.
Period. Just to initially put it together, and then another like 15 to realize it just wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. And the actual AC unit itself was fine to put together, and then we tried to put it in the window and realized it would in fact kill a child if we left it in there. So now I have to make another trek to Home Depot,
Home
land
Depot.
Home Depot, the land of
I am
Ramon's
going
people.
to Home Depot.
I am going to Home Depot.
I shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah, you are, you racist
Yeah,
fuck.
I
Okay.
know.
Just a couple of
Oh.
payasos over here. That's
Yeah.
clown for anyone listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So gonna have to make another trek to Home Depot and get another one that actually fits, so I'm not boiling because it's supposed to be like 94 degrees.
Yeah, Matt's
all
gonna
week.
die.
Yeah,
Matt's gonna
I'm
die,
die
in,
in my apartment.
Oh man.
So if there are no more episodes after this, you know what got me?
Yeah.
Fucking global warming.
Yeah, it's real, folks. Matt's not gonna be able to handle a little bit of heat.
Yeah. Zosha's even worse off.
That's true. The restaurant I work at recently got air conditioning. It doesn't work as well as was advertised. It is so hot in there. It was 110 degrees in the kitchen on an 85-degree day, so
Yeah.
I'm worried.
It just turned the restaurant into a wet t-shirt contest, basically, because it's
Yeah.
just spraying
Yeah.
water at you.
Yeah, no, our AC units, we have these swamp coolers, and yeah, they were spraying water at me, and it was just, I thought it was okay. I was like, well, we'll be able to deal with this. It's like misting, right? It's cool. And then I almost just tripped and ate shit, and I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
another OSHA violation.
The Cajun coolers
Maybe-
were not working
Maybe
as well as
change it to
intended.
like those like sushi restaurants where they eat off the naked women, so you don't have to wear clothes. It would cool off a little bit, right?
Nobody would ever want to eat sushi off my naked body.
Yeah, no, I've seen
Nobody.
I've seen Zosha's armpits, and that is a no-go situation.
No, it's
That is a health
Well,
code violation waiting to
absolutely,
happen.
absolutely. Yeah, nobody's gonna want that. You want hair in your food? There
Well,
it is.
there's gotta be one listener out there.
No, there isn't. I hope there's not one listener.
So yeah, we're gonna start a poll, and the question is gonna be: would you eat sushi off of a hairy ass body?
Definitely, some people would.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
think
me
there's
sad
at
and
least
angry.
a one would,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
think
try to
that's-
be as like undesirable as possible, so this is making me kind of scared. I'm like, no, I don't want anybody to be attracted to me. Go away.
No,
Yeah.
too late.
too
Damn it.
late.
Too
Damn
late.
it.
You're on the internet.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um,
I hope I get hate mail instead. I would
Yeah.
rather have hate mail than
Direct all your
horny
hate mail
DMs.
to
Yeah.
P.O. Box, Romania Avenue, wherever the fuck
Tate
Andrew
Lane.
Tate.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate Lane.
Yeah.
6969 Andrew Tate Lane.
Yeah.
Yep. Send all your hate mail there. Send all your bombs and, I mean, Minecraft
Your
materials.
TNT you crafted in Minecraft.
Yeah, the TNT you made in Minecraft. Send
Yeah.
all
Brown
of it
bricks in my.
Send your creeper eggs.
there. Your gunpowder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Tate is running a villager spawn over there.
Oh.
An automated villager spawner.
Fucking
Yeah.
nerd, bro. I bet Andrew Tate's good with redstone, bro.
I bet he's a
Fucking nerd.
redstone god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, you have to be in Romania because they don't have any electricity.
Yeah, true.
So you got to figure that shit out yourself.
Your automated sugarcane farm.
Yeah, why don't
Yeah.
we do that? Why don't we just fucking send over a bunch of PCs with Minecraft pre-installed to Africa and let those fucking kids figure out how to wire up their own little cities and villages?
Yeah.
I mean, like, why are we letting China invest so much into fucking Africa to like build them freeways and electrical lines? Just let those kids fucking figure it out themselves.
Send them
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah, with the newest update, of course, so they can explore the caves
Yeah,
too.
cave update.
Yeah, so they can practice their diamond mining as well.
In Elon Musk's
Yeah.
mines in South Africa. Yeah, awesome.
His
play-
emerald mines.
Yeah, they're playing Minecraft, so they fucking find diamond and they just have PTSD. They're like too scared to mine it.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, I love that China is just doing colonialism now, and it's just
Yeah.
fine.
It's their turn. I mean, do we not remember the Opium Wars?
My turn. Yeah, they listened to Lil Baby's mixtape. My turn. They're like, it is.
I mean, good for them,
Yeah.
but also like more power to you. I mean, like we wanted more Asian representation, and this is what we got.
Yeah.
You have to be happy with it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For AAPI History Month, China is gonna start doing colonialism.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Crazy.
a new Marvel superhero? He's Asian? No. China's
Yeah.
China's taking over like the Maldives.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's more like concrete representation than fucking an Asian Marvel character.
Yeah, new movie coming out. Crazy based Asians, actually.
It's starring every one of the Asian frat boys I knew in
Yeah.
college. Crazy based Asians.
Yeah.
And it's just a Supreme logo. It's just a box logo.
Yeah.
That's all the
Crazy
movie
based-
poster is. It's a box logo.
Starring Rice Gum.
and the and the Bape, the fucking Bape logo, and one monkey NFT. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I watched this documentary the other day about how the Bored Ape Yacht Club is actually like a Nazi organization.
what?
Yeah, it's like this crazy
wonder those
fucking
monkeys are
rabbit
bored.
hole. Because like they definitely do grasp at straws in some places, but there is some concrete sort of evidence that because like it originated on 4chan, so chances
Okay.
are.
Yep. Never mind.
The
That's all
monkeys
the
are on
evidence I need.
4chan? What the fuck?
Well, yeah, all the NFT stuff comes from somewhere on the internet, so like.
Right. Who the fuck was on 4chan being like, was it like racist? We're like, look at this black person I made.
Well,
Yeah.
there are other
Probably.
boards on
Yeah.
4chan other than just like the obligatory racist ones. Like
Right.
there are business boards.
There
where
are
they talk about-
sexist ones too.
Well, but
Yeah.
those,
They're misogyny boards.
I feel like those boards are just like what, like when the racists want to take a break from just strictly being racist, though.
Yeah,
It's their hobby.
So like
Yeah.
it's gonna bleed over. They're
when
gonna
the
be
side
racists
hustle.
want to like learn
Yeah.
how to trade stocks and stuff.
like, check out this epic fucking NFT I made of my black neighbor, and it was just a monkey. And they're just
Yeah.
like, well, I guess we're just gonna roll with this. Like, they're bored apes now.
yeah.
Isn't there like ApeCon and like they're having a TV show now?
No, that's even funnier. Seth Green wanted to make a TV show based on his NFT that
Yeah.
he bought,
I'm gonna kill myself.
but then somebody stole it.
nice.
Someone took a screenshot of the show.
Yeah,
Now
somebody
that's
took a screenshot.
Sigma. That's Sigma male grind set. That's it right there.
Somebody stole it and then sold it to another guy, and then Seth Green tried to buy it back from the other guy who bought it, and he was like, "No."
That's
I think he
He's
did
awesome.
like,
buy
give me like $1 million.
I think he did buy it for like an
That's-
absorbent price.
That's
Yeah.
what should happen to every NFT owner.
Yes.
You
He
need to
was-
get your NFT stolen.
Yeah.
Try to buy it back. The guy says, "Give me $10 million," and you're
And then
like,
it's like, no, the free marketplace
Yeah.
of ideas.
This
This
guy
is
was-
supposed to
He was
happen.
literally holding a URL ransom and he won.
Honestly, get your bag.
Yeah.
If I could do
Oh.
that, I would.
Speaking of which, holding people for ransom and hostages, that Black Hammer news,
Oh yes, I
that
totally forgot
somehow
about this.
missed our Dudes Rock news hour. I don't know how we
Wait,
fucking
what?
let that one slip
Have
the net.
you heard of Black Hammer Org?
"You have to explain this to me."
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
We
god!
can go through
No,
this.
Yeah.
please.
So there's this cult. It's
Oh,
like
of
it's
course.
like a leftist cult.
No, it's a Pan-African revolutionary movement, Matt.
Oh yeah, apologies.
Yeah.
Oh my
A
god.
Pan-African revolutionary movement.
Oh, we know how these end. All right.
started by this like gay little black guy who like talks like the Joker.
Which
I'm the Joker, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
like
love it.
that.
He's
like
like
that.
a gay Joker, basically.
Oh my!
It's
I
a-
thought I was. You know what? I'm mad. He's stealing my grift. I thought I was the gay Joker. I'm
Yeah,
so
no.
That's
mad.
awesome. 'Cause-
Every gay person thinks they're the Joker until they
Yeah.
meet another person exactly.
Well, what's
like
awesome
them.
too is that he was like wearing this like Joker face paint for a while.
Oh god.
And like he's this like tall, lanky black guy, like skinny black guy with like dreadlocks. And then Playboy Cardi, who is the exact same thing, just started wearing Joker makeup unironically, but everyone like loves it because Playboy Cardi's the goat.
He can do no
Because
wrong.
because slat.
Yeah, because
Slap.
yeah. So it's really funny that Playboy Cardi basically stole the style of like this cult leader and just fucking rolled with it. And now he's showing up to like fashion shows in Paris in like Joker makeup.
Yeah.
It's like,
Unironically based.
yeah.
But
It's like,
the actual cult leader himself, like it started out as sort of like parodying, like it obviously rode the coattails of the BLM movement, and it was like we're taking land back, like we're gonna start a commune, like obviously this is where all these things start. It's just
Yeah.
like buying land out in Colorado and
yeah,
some shit,
he wanted his own little Waco.
pretty much, and they would like treat it like it was a revolution, but it was really just a grift. Like
Yeah.
they raised all this money to buy land out in Colorado. And that's its own saga because they got kicked off the land because turns out they didn't actually buy it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it turns
They were,
out.
they were just squatting on like land that they then stole.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah.
We
So, like-
promise
Oh,
any Patreon
shit.
money we ever earn from this will not go towards buying land that's already owned.
Yeah.
It's
They just squatted on this land and like we're gonna create a farm, and then already people were poking holes in it, being like,
Yeah.
first of all, this land isn't arable. You're at like an elevation of 20,000 feet. You
Right.
can't farm
It's
on this land.
Colorado.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Colorado. Like, what are you doing?
The only land we'll ever buy on this podcast is land directly next to the $3 million house Hassan bought in LA.
Yes, and all we'll do with it is put up a banner that says Hassan is gay.
Yeah. And have an arrow pointing.
Free market, baby.
Yeah, free market.
But yeah, Black Hammer Org.
Hang on. We'll also have a sign that says, I'm with Fatty. It'll be pointing at Hassan to
Ramon
trigger.
is this constant going bit that Hassan has like an eating disorder.
Yeah, and I'm here to trigger it every chance I get.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he body shames Hassan and Hassan only.
Yeah, well, it's fun. It's fine when you body shame a guy who's like a bodybuilder, Like I'm not like if he was actually like overweight and self-conscious about his weight, like even Wings, like we body shame Wings a little bit, but it's because he like will screw over people and pretend like he wants to lose weight only to use that money, like we said, to buy fake liposuctions in Mexico and fucking Mustangs. But like Hassan objectively is like he goes to the gym every single day, and like the only reason I can think he still does that is because he's very self-conscious about the way he looks.
You have to have some kind of like eating disorder.
What a fucking liar, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry,
What a
Hassan. Is that you?
fucking
Oh, we got
Weasley
Hassan on the
little
line, folks.
liar.
We got Hassan.
Hassan's trying to defend himself.
Yeah, okay. Nice try, Hassan. Okay. Go take another trip to the fucking toilet, okay?
But anyways, back to Black Hammer org. Recently, that was a whole saga where they like bought land up in Colorado, got kicked off of it by the sheriff's department, and surprisingly left very amenably, despite like being like very anti-police and like using all the same rhetoric, but like they kowtowed pretty easily.
The police, yeah.
They've been getting up to antics in Traplana recently.
Yeah, I think that's where they're based,
God,
their headquarters.
Yeah, where they've just straight up gone mask off. Like, they're just straight up a cult. Like, they've done things like hire homeless people off the street to raise money for them.
Oh, awesome.
In the promises of, like, if you raise enough money, we'll give you a place to live.
Yeah.
That is so morally correct.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. This sounds awesome.
And then just,
It's
like, the
praxis.
normal stuff, like creating harems in, like, the 3 properties that they actually own in Atlanta and, like,
Cool.
doing a bunch of weird shit. What was the recent news with Black Hammer? Like,
So there was
actually
like
got busted?
some like young 18-year-old, very impressionable member was like, I think he was like a member of them, but like, I don't know how committed he was to the cause. Cause again, he was only 18 years old. Like he was young. And like, he basically, I think finally came to a senses. Some weird shit went down. Like the details are still very murky, but basically there was a 911 call from like their headquarters or whatever. And it was like, presumably this 18-year-old was like, I'm being held hostage, like they have a gun to my head, blah blah blah. Like I don't even know if they had any demands or some shit or what was going on, but like that happened, and like a couple hours later they're fucking dragging his dead body out of the fucking house.
Not suspicious.
Yeah, and
Not suspicious.
and then fucking Ghazi Kodo, the leader of this cult, the Black Joker, was like trying to raise money. He's like, it's so sad, we lost a young bright revolutionary. And it was like, I'm pretty sure you shot him.
You say,
Killed him.
Yeah.
wow, the grift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Epstein didn't kill himself, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't.
And neither
actually.
did this young child.
No, exactly. The security cameras were mysteriously malfunctioning at the time of
Oh
death.
no, so tragic.
Yeah.
Ugh. Hope they get those security cameras fixed.
But yeah, there's really no recovery from this one. I don't understand.
That's insane.
My little favorite nugget of the Black Hammer, though, are like throughout the years they have these videos where they find like these susceptible white people who have like unlimited amounts of white guilt, and they'll like go up to them and pressure them into talking about. They're like, Uhuru, I owe reparations. I'm such a bad person. Yes, Ghazi, you can have sex with my white girlfriend. That's okay. It's part of my reparations. So that's like some of the people they get, but then the other half are like also susceptible white people, but they have like their black scent on, and they have like that haircut that the only haircut you can get as a white man at a black barbershop, where it's like extremely short hair.
The Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like very short hair, but they do their best to make it look like they have like an actual lineup of their hair.
A little fade.
Yeah, it'll last them like 2 days before their hair just starts growing naturally, and like and they're like, yeah, man, I owe reparations and stuff. Like, it's really messed up how the colonization has totally screwed over the black people of this country, and it's so wrong, and like we owe them money and stuff. like that's literally like one of the videos I saw. It was like some white like lady just getting out of church who was like, man, it's really not fair what's happening to the black people of this country. Ghazi, here's $20. And then he pans over to this white guy who's like high out of his mind with like his fake Cuban link on. He's like, man, yeah, we got to help our marginalized African brothers and sisters by giving them money on my PayPal and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome because it's like, yeah, it is very tragic what has happened to the African American people of this country, but God damn, that is not the way to do it. I can't wait to start my own grift where I demand reparations from from like people for the Japanese internment.
It would be really easy to do that here because we literally have like
Oh
a
my God,
Chinese
yeah.
reconciliation part.
Yeah.
I'm so
We're
excited to
sorry.
start my grift.
We're sorry we kicked out all the Asian people in our city.
And then the ones that put up with all the harassment and like vandalization of their businesses, put them in a fucking camp.
No, absolutely. And I can't wait to start my grift. Please Venmo me $10 if you are white or if your family's been here since the 40s.
We're already starting the tradition of Venmoing Zosia, not because they brought sushi,
Yeah.
Ooh,
just because they're Asian.
This is looking tough. Yeah.
Yeah. In my Venmo message, I will just say because you're Asian.
Thank God.
We should start a Black Hammer, but it's for like Italians who pretend like they're still oppressed.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Italians and Irish people.
Yeah.
Because Irish people love to be like, we were slaves. I'm like, oh my God, maybe not the time.
Reparations for our Ellis Island brothers and sisters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck.
do know
For every
someone-
Ellis Island slur that you use, pay us $10.
Yeah.
I do know someone with like extreme white guilt, and
Everyone knows one.
Oh, it's so good because he has a problem, and every time I'll be like smoking weed, he'll come up to me like, "Zosia, can I get a hit?" And I'm like, usually I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And it started getting annoying. And one time he was pretty drunk, and he came up, and he goes, "Zosia, can I get a hit?" And I'm like, say you're sorry for being white first. And he genuinely apologized to me. He took me by the shoulder and like crouched down, and he was like, I genuinely am so sorry for what like my people have done to like the Japanese Americans in this country. And I'm like, oh Jesus, just take the joint and go. My
Yeah.
God, it was the worst experience of my life. It was like
That's awesome.
a
That
K-hole almost. It was awful.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, why would I apologize for like the greatest asset that I have?
Oh,
Yeah.
God's chosen people be like,
Oh yeah. I wish I didn't get rid of the Israel soundbite for the.
Yeah.
oh damn it, that's right.
Matt
Oh
wants
no.
reparations for all the tiny dick jokes people have made.
Yeah, people.
Yeah.
One person in particular.
Oh, fuck. Anyways.
Yeah, we're at an hour, so I think that's where we're gonna end the episode. Do a quick hour-long one.
Yeah, just a
very
little,
good.
just a little treat for y'all. Probably fucking off at your job that you hate.
Oh yeah, that's our target audience. You know, if you're working a graveyard shift at the Home Depot,
Yeah.
and want to kick a few bucks our way to keep making excellent content like this, then consider subscribing to the Patreon.
Yep.
And
Si yo hablo español también, folks.
yeah,
Use
Yeah.
the money you would spend on like a mega big Red Bull to put into the Patreon to get just a few more hours of you staying awake with this podcast.
at $10,000 on Patreon, Ramon will do an episode entirely in Spanish.
Yeah, I'll do that. My beautiful Spanglish. It's like I'd say 65% Spanish, 35% English. Actually, no, 65% Spanish, 20% English, 15% hood. Do the math.
Do the math.
It's so beautiful how our country is so multicultural. I
It
love
is, yeah.
I love it.
I'll
Truly a
do-
melting pot.
Do an entire podcast in my native dialect of whatever that mix is.
Oh yeah. But anyways, that's where we're gonna leave you off. Hope you have a great night or in a great week. We will see you next week.
Bye.
This is my job, man. This is how I put food on the table. Real talk. Sleep all goddamn day, every day. Play the same fucking games over and over and over again every day. My day is shit. It's gonna be shit tomorrow. It's just gonna be shit after that. Just gonna be shit after that. My day is shit. It's gonna be shit tomorrow. It's just gonna be shit after that. Just gonna be shit after that. I'm a fat dude. I'm going to cheat. I'm a fat dude. Throwing controllers to a beat. I'm a fat dude. I'm going to cheat. I'm a fat dude. I'm a